Ezioka raises his hand, and the village falls silent. "Uloku," he says, his voice strong, "you have shown great courage and wisdom beyond your years. You have the right to choose your own path in life. No one can take that from you." He then turns to Uloku's uncles. "You have failed in your duty to care for this child as her parents would have wanted. You allowed greed to cloud your judgment. For this, you must apologize to Uloku and make amends." Obika and Dwoka, now humbled and ashamed, apologize to Uloku in front of the entire village. They promise to support her decision to stay in the new village and pursue her education. With the elders' verdict, Uloku feels a weight lift from her shoulders. The villagers cheer, and Uchendu smiles at her, his eyes filled with pride. Uloku's uncles, though regretful, nod in acceptance, realizing that Uloku's happiness is more important than their own ambitions. Uloku, standing by the river where she once dreamed of a better life, now fulfilled and happy, knowing she has made her parents proud. Uloku looking out at the horizon, her heart full of hope and determination. She knows that her journey is just beginning, and with the support of her new family and friends, she can achieve anything she sets her mind to. After Uloku and Uchendu escaped from her uncles, they settled in the peaceful village where Uloku began to feel safe and at home. However, deep in her heart, Uloku still held on to her dream of going to school and becoming a teacher. Uchendu noticed her longing and decided to help her achieve her dreams. One day, Uchendu approached Uloku with a smile. "Uloku, you've been so brave, and I can see how much you want to learn. I have a friend in the city who can help us. If you're ready, we can go there, and you can start school." Uloku's eyes lit up with excitement and gratitude. "Really? I can go to school?" she asked, almost not believing her ears. "Yes," Uchendu replied. "We'll leave for the city tomorrow." The next morning, they set off for the city. The journey was long and tiring, but Uloku was filled with hope. When they arrived, Uchendu's friend welcomed them warmly and helped Uloku enroll in a school. For the first time in her life, Uloku sat in a classroom, surrounded by other children her age. She worked hard, always eager to learn new things. As the years passed, Uloku grew into a smart and confident young woman. She never forgot the kindness Uchendu had shown her, and their bond grew stronger with time. Uloku excelled in her studies and eventually graduated as a teacher. She was proud of how far she had come and was determined to help other children who were in need, just like she had been. One day, after returning from her teaching job, Uchendu took her for a walk in a beautiful park. As they sat under a large tree, he turned to her and said, "Uloku, we've been through so much together, and I've watched you grow into the amazing woman you are today. I care for you deeply, and I want to spend the rest of my life with you. Will you marry me?" Uloku's heart swelled with joy. She smiled at Uchendu, tears of happiness in her eyes. "Yes, Uchendu, I will marry you," she said. The two of them got married in a simple but beautiful ceremony, surrounded by their new friends in the city. Uloku had finally found the happiness and freedom she had always dreamed of, and together, she and Uchendu started a new chapter in their lives, filled with love, hope, and the promise of a bright future. After Uloku and Uchendu got married, their life in the city continued to flourish. Uloku's passion for teaching grew stronger each day, and she quickly became one of the most beloved teachers in the community. Her students adored her, and the parents often spoke about how Uloku's gentle guidance and wisdom had a positive impact on their children. Uloku and Uchendu were also deeply involved in their community. They both understood the importance of education and wanted to ensure that every child in their neighborhood had access to it. Uchendu, who had found work as a skilled carpenter, started a project to build a small school in their area. With Uloku's help, they were able to gather the community together, and slowly, brick by brick, the school began to take shape. As the school grew, so did their family. Uloku and Uchendu were blessed with 2 children, a boy named Chinedu and a girl named Amarachi. Uloku was a devoted mother, balancing her time between her teaching and her family. Uchendu was a loving father, always finding time to play with their children and tell them stories about their village and the importance of their heritage. Despite the challenges of city life, Uloku never forgot where she came from. She made sure to teach her children about their roots, telling them stories of her childhood, her parents, and the struggles she faced. She wanted them to know that even though life had been difficult, with determination and the support of loved ones, they could overcome anything. One day, Uloku decided to visit her village, not out of fear, but with a heart full of hope. She wanted to see if things had changed and to help others who were still in need. Uchendu supported her decision, and together with their children, they made the journey back to the village. When they arrived, Uloku was surprised to see that her uncles had grown old and were no longer as powerful as they once were. The village itself seemed different too, more peaceful and open. Uloku approached her uncles, who were shocked to see her after all these years. "Uloku, you've come back," one of her uncles said, his voice trembling with age. "Yes, I have," Uloku replied calmly. "But I have not come to cause trouble. I've come to forgive you and to help the village." Her uncles, who had lived with guilt for what they had done, were moved by her words. They apologized to Uloku, and for the first time, they spoke with kindness and regret. Uloku forgave them, knowing that holding on to anger would only hurt her. With Uchendu's support, Uloku began to work with the village leaders to improve the lives of the people. She helped establish a small school, just like the one in the city, and encouraged the villagers to embrace education and change. Uloku's return brought a new sense of hope to the village. The children, who once had little to look forward to, now had the chance to learn and dream of a better future. Uloku's story inspired many, showing that no matter where you come from or what you've been through, you can always rise above it. As the years passed, Uloku and Uchendu continued to split their time between the city and the village. They made sure that their children understood the importance of both their city life and their village roots. Uloku's journey from a frightened girl running away from home to a strong, wise woman who built a life full of love and purpose was a testament to the power of resilience and hope. Her life, filled with challenges and triumphs, became a beacon of light for others, teaching them that with faith, courage, and the support of those who care for you, anything is possible. As years went by, Uloku and Uchendu's efforts transformed not just their lives but the lives of many around them. The school in the village flourished, and children who once had no hope of education were now learning and dreaming of brighter futures. Uloku's influence reached far beyond the classroom. She became a respected figure in both the city and the village, known for her kindness, wisdom, and dedication. Their children, Chinedu and Amarachi, grew up understanding the value of hard work, education, and family. They were proud of their parents and the legacy they were building. Chinedu, inspired by his mother's teaching and his father's craftsmanship, decided to study architecture. He wanted to design schools and homes that would improve people's lives. Amarachi, with her mother's compassion and father's practicality, chose to become a doctor, determined to bring better healthcare to the communities that needed it most. Uloku and Uchendu continued to split their time between the city and the village, never losing sight of the importance of staying connected to their roots. They knew that their success wasn't just for themselves but for everyone who had supported them along the way, including those in the village who had once been against Uloku. One day, as they sat together outside their home in the village, watching the sun set over the fields, Uloku turned to Uchendu and smiled. "I never imagined my life would turn out this way," she said softly. Uchendu took her hand in his and replied, "Neither did I. But I'm grateful for every moment of it. We've come a long way, Uloku." They both knew that their journey had been full of challenges, but those challenges had only made them stronger. They had built a life filled with love, respect, and purpose, and had given their children a foundation to build their own dreams upon. As they watched their children play in the yard, laughing and carefree, Uloku felt a deep sense of peace. She had faced her fears, overcome the obstacles in her path, and created a life that was rich in love and meaning. She knew that her story wasn't just hers alone, it was a story of family, community, and the power of never giving up. In the end, Uloku and Uchendu lived long, happy lives, surrounded by the family and community they had worked so hard to nurture. Their story became a legend in the village and the city, a story told to children at bedtime, a story that inspired others to chase their dreams, no matter the odds. And as the years passed, the seeds they had planted in both the city and the village continued to grow, bearing fruit long after they were gone. Uloku's name became synonymous with hope and perseverance, a reminder that with love, faith, and determination, you can create a life that not only fulfills your dreams but also enriches the lives of others. And so, the story of Uloku, the girl who ran away from home to find her destiny, came to a close, leaving behind a legacy of courage, kindness, and unwavering hope.